goes in the middle, 3 wide.
And meanwhile, the lead, Jeff Gordon goes for the lead.
The veterans stick together. Shuffle Kurt Busch out of the top spot. Gordon takes the point. Robert Presley sticking his nose under Craven.
But he wisely backed off down in turn 1. There wasn't room. Kurt Busch has lost second spot. He's got in a battle right now with Ryan Newman for third.
He's only got the lap car of Ricky Craven behind him to push.
His only shot now is to get up there in between Mark Martin, and he slides up and does it.
Ward Burton to 4th. Haven't talked about Ward much all day. Started 19th. He's run kind of mid-pack for a lot of the event. Missed the wreck. That helped. Now, in the 125-mile qualifying race that Jeff Gordon was in on Thursday, he got the lead on the first lap. No one could pass him. He spent a lot of the first 3 quarters of this race struggling with an ill-handling car. He's out in front now. Is it going to be enough? Mark Martin there. Last car in that 5-car breakaway. Never won here at Daytona. Mark started in 39th place today. Good race for 6th. There it is. Elliott Sadler, 21. Kurt Busch, 97. Look at Michael Waltrip in the 15, pinned way back in this traffic. He was second before coming onto pit road.
And Kurt Busch is one dejected little puppy right now.
Boy, Michael went up the middle. He gained a spot on Robbie Gordon there between turn 1 and 2. He's still in the middle.
Trying to force his way to the inside.
Dale Jarrett said, that's my spot. Here comes Rusty Wallace on the inside of Kurt Busch.
There are 50 miles to go in the 44th running of the Daytona 500, the Great American Race. $12 million on the line.
Oh my goodness, Robbie Gordon had a great run and tried to drive on the inside of Rusty Wallace. Wisely, once again, backed off on board with Robbie Gordon.
Finally, Michael squeezed down there. Boy, I guarantee you, he was frustrated those couple laps. He's got a good car, stuck in the middle. You need to get in that high line or low line. And he wants to go.
Better hurry. 20 laps, not a lot of time to catch that lead group. Just tuning in, it's been a very exciting race so far. 18 lead changes among 11 drivers. Caution flag has waved on 7 different occasions. The big story was a multi-car wreck involving 18 different drivers at the 3/4 mark of this event. Jeff Gordon out in front, trying to win the 500 for a 3rd time. Sterling Marlin right behind him in the 40 car. Ditto, trying to win the Great American Race for a 3rd time. Behind him, they are frantically scrambling to catch.
Got to stay in line if they're going to catch that lead group, BP. Guys are all scattered out side by side, and that's exactly what those top 5 cars want to see in their mirror.
These guys are all trying to get themselves in position, but in trying to get themselves in position, they get farther away from the leader.
Let's check with some of the crew chiefs in the lead cars. Here's Bill Weber.
With crew chief Robbie Loomis, the leader for Jeff Gordon. Your car's been tight all day. Now you're out front. Can you stay there?
Well, you know, we don't know. Just Jeff's a great drafter, and he's up front right where he wants to be. We've got a long way to go. We just got to see what happens here.
Did you learn enough in the qualifying race to help you in
Learned a lot, and right now we're just all kind of holding our breath. Pit crew's done a great job all day getting him out front there, and we're just going to see what happens.
For defending Winston Cup champions, they'd like to start 2002 with a win in the Daytona 500. To Matt Yoakum.
Bill, Lee McCall is Sterling Marlin's crew chief. First off, you didn't pit to take on fresh tires. How bad is that going to hurt, or is your car better on older tires?
Yeah, our car's pretty good right now. we were a little bit better on old tires, got the car freed up, so, you know, we were good on fuel mileage, so we wanted to stay out and hopefully, you know, gain some track position because, you know, track position's pretty tough right now, and, you know, we're wanting to set pat right now and try to break away from the second group. Course Light Dodge's been good all day.
Liam McCall trying to win his first 500. Sterling Marlin, his third. Marty?
Matt, how much will experience mean? Young Ryan Newman up front as crew chief Matt Borland. Matt, he's gotten there. Can he pass 2 more cars?
I don't know about that yet, but we're real happy with where we're sitting right now. A top 5 would be great for us. If we got something for him at the end, we'll try it, but we'll just ride for right now, hopefully.
Inexperience behind the wheel, but on the radio, experience. Former Daytona 500 winner Buddy Baker is his spotter, along with his car owner, Roger Penske. Today, Burns.
Ben Leslie, the new crew chief for Mark Martin, has been studying his monitor like a chessboard. All right, you gave him 2 right side tires. Does he have a move he can make?
Boy, you know, I don't know. The talent that Mark has, I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve. What it is, I wouldn't have a clue. I'd just like to take the time to thank all the hard work that everybody at Roush Racing, Viagra Ford Taurus has done. This week and a half has been a little bit of a struggle, and everybody's pulled together. And hopefully we can come out of this with a real good run.
Well, they're going to watch, and about all they can do is wait. The only thing he's told them in the last few laps on the radio, what lap he's on. Alan?
Ward Burton, also in the top 5, running 4th. Bill Davis Racing Dodge. He's been in contention to win this race on several occasions, but bad luck has befallen him near the finish every time. What about today?
Elliott Sadler trying to make a move on Mark Martin. He's trying to follow that 22 car. And Ward Burton's getting the move on Ryan Newman.
Coming with you.
He's getting the push from that 21 car, goes alongside Ryan Newman. Oh, man.
3rd place.
Oh, the Mark Martin car goes way up the hill. Looks like he got in the corner and the car got loose or something. Had to go up the hill and catch it.
That gives Newman an opening to slide up in front of Mark in that outside lane. Get some drafting help from behind. Somebody who made the gamble to come on to pit road under that last caution was Michael Waltrip. This has not worked out for him. He's all the way back in 14th place. How about Ward Burton, Matt?
Well, I'll tell you what, Alan, if you watch Tommy Baldwin Jr. down here, each lap it's like he's almost driving the car with Ward, very animated on top of the pit box. I asked him about 60 laps ago when he's running mid-pack, are you guys okay? Because they were anticipating a very stout piece for this race. He says, oh yeah, we learned our lesson last year. We led 53 laps and we were crashed out running 4th, so we knew just to save our stuff until the end because that's when all the big money takes place.
Look at Jeffrey Bodine in the 09 car. The 1986 winner of the 500, who many thought's career ended in a vicious crash here at Daytona back in 2000. Only got 5 races this season that he's going to run in this car, but he has shown he can still get the job done.
This car is owned by James Finch, and after the Budweiser shootout, they chassis dyno tested a lot of the cars, and James said, hey, how about putting my car on there? I want to see what I have. And the 09 car had more power than any of them.
Bodine to 5th. Here comes Michael Waltrip trying to get back into it.
So Michael's got to make his move. Like he's trying everything he can to make his move now. He needs to get with that top group if he's going to have a shot at winning this race again.
Rusty Wallace drives on the inside of the 97 of Kurt Busch. Gets a great run.
That's Michael Waltrip.
I'm sorry, Michael Waltrip. That Napa thing looks like the Miller Lite thing to me every time I see it. Sorry.
Defending 500 winner. Trying to rally back. Got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. Robbie Gordon behind him in the Richard Childress 31.
That lead group is starting to stretch it out. Dale Jarrett's pushing as hard as he can on that gas pedal right now. 6 car in line right there.
10 to go and they come back around.
like I said earlier, BP, what do you think? They're going to have to start trying to make moves here with at least 4 to go, don't you?
Oh, yeah, they can't wait till the last lap because Jeff Gordon is going to make that DuPont Chevy very, very wide on that last lap. And the last time by, Jeff Gordon ran a speed actually faster than the pole speed. He ran he ran a 48.41. The pole position was 48.43 seconds.
Now, here's where you got the guys making deals. Sterling Marlin, I'm sure, is trying to find out what Ward Burton wants to do. And if Ward Burton will go with Sterling, if he pulls out and makes the move on Jeff Gordon, and so on back and so on back. Everybody's trying to figure out right now who's going to go with who. Crew chiefs are talking to other crew chiefs, and spotters are talking to other spotters, and drivers are talking to spotters and saying, hey, go over to this spotter of that 22 car, Ward Burton, see if he'll go with me if I pull out.
Trouble, Robbie Gordon. Caution is out. Gordon was 10th, last lap. Here comes Jeff Gordon. Back to the caution flag.
Now we will have a single file restart too.
And we'll have a restart inside the final 10 laps.
And that's what Jeff Gordon did not want to see. Remember, in 2000, Johnny Benson was leading this race. No one could get by him. Caution flag came out with about 8 laps to go, and Jarrett passed him with 4 or 5 laps to go to win the Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon is saying, Robbie Gordon, why did you have to crash and bring out the caution flag?
Jeff and Robbie, of course, not related.
You can tell that by New Hampshire race last year.
Yeah, remember, they were the ones that were fighting it out with fenders at the end of the last race of 2001. Now, nobody's coming. Boy, they blew it. We blew it on that last time. Looks like, you remember I talked about earlier, when the cars get real close to each other in the banking, it makes the car on the bottom loose, and I think that's what happened to Robbie Gordon, PP. He got up there beside Rusty Wallace. There was not enough air on the back of that car to push the car into the racetrack, lost downforce, and looped it.
Watch this. He goes in the corner. Rusty Wallace is on the outside. And listen to this. Listen to the engine.
Robbie just spun. Hang on, gas it. He just backed in a wall there. He just spun. 10-2. You all right, bud?
On board Bill Elliott.
Oh, man, that was so close.
That was close.
Experience.
Look.
Oh.
And having your eyes closed.
Now Kurt Busch is coming down pit road.
97 car is in.
I guess they decided at 4 tires that they're going to need 4 tires to try to make a run to the front.
Go ahead, Sean. No, Sean, you got a helmet?
Wow.
Matt?
And they are going to take on 4 fresh tires. Remember back in the Pepsi 400, back in the mid-'80s, Alan, Bobby Allison pulled the same move late in the going. With about 10 laps to go, came in for fresh tires and won the thing. And Jimmy Finnick, who won this event with Bobby Allison, remembers that. So they had nothing to lose. Alan?
We'll find out where he restarts and gets set for what should be a dramatic finish to the Daytona.